and welcome back to South African Homesteader. My name is Hairia and today is the 30th of October and I am going to be showing you a little bit about what's happening in the garden. I'm not going to be doing a full garden tour, so I'm going to heavily edit this footage because I've taken quite a bit of footage, but it's just to give myself and my husband an idea when we look at this next year to know how far things have grown and how far they haven't. So it might not be too interesting to the viewers, but for us it's really important because we were looking for a video of how far the garden was last year this time, and none of them had dates. They say 10 months ago, 11 months ago, but they don't actually have dates. And then I found one that said, hi, today is the 12th of November 2021, and that helped us a lot. It helped us a lot in seeing how much we had planted and how small things were last year, how underdeveloped they were. And although to many this might still seem very underdeveloped, to us it's a huge improvement on where we were at this time last year. So I hope you enjoy this video and let's get into it. So this is the corn bed as well as the bed down there, and these aren't sweet corn, these are just your corn that we use for feeding our chickens. These are the butternut plants and they've also now started growing nicely. In this bed with the butternuts, we've got some of these volunteer tomato plants, and the volunteers are doing great. I haven't pruned any of these, and I don't think I'm going to. The ones that I am pruning are the ones that's in the tomato garden, the heirlooms. So then this is actually the bed with all the butternut plants. These are the pumpkin plants, and this is the bed with the pumpkins. I've put the small trellis up here just to trellis one or two of the pumpkins, just so that we can have some height when you look at the garden. And this is also pumpkins. Now these are two different types of pumpkins. The one is the white pumpkin, the other one is the blue queen or something like that. Okay, so then this is my other pumpkins up here. These are my little sweet melons. So that bed is all sweet melons. These are gem squash. This is my gem squash bed. And these big flowers here, these are volunteer sunflowers. So this is the gem squash. And then this is my onions. Remember, everything was started from seed. These are my onions. And then I've got plenty of volunteer tomato plants here. And then I've got some zinnias also, volunteered zinnias coming up. And this bed has got half onions. And then the other half is this Morning Star watermelon. These watermelons. So volunteer tomato plants. And then this is actually the watermelon bed. Now this hasn't been mulched. You'll notice some of the beds have been mulched with the pine needles. Others haven't as yet. There's so much to do that we don't get time to do everything we want to. But they have to get mulched, all of them. These are just volunteer tomato plants. And these are the watermelons. These are the turnip leaves here. And these are our cabbages. These cabbages, we are using them currently but I am going to be planting a second planting of cabbages. The beetroots, my goats have just eaten off all the leaves, but the beetroots are huge. They're ready. They could actually all be harvested, but we harvest a couple every day, 2, sometimes 3, and because my husband loves it for fresh eating. And these are some potatoes that have come up here, and this is the second planting of potatoes. And then down here we have our Ashley cucumbers, and they are still tiny. Oh, these are Ashley cucumbers. These are gazanias. Later on in the day they will open. It's still very early, it's about 8 o'clock now. And in here I have some, I think this is moneymaker tomato plants. Also started from seed. The thing is, I planted these out quite late, and I also started them late, so they are not doing as well as the ones in my heirlooms in the tomato garden. But these are beans that I planted with them. So these are the tomato plants and some beans. And in these are the peas. This whole bed is peas. Now this is my potato bed, the first planting of potatoes. This bed is all potatoes. And in these 2 beds, we haven't planted really. I was going to just leave it like that, but what we did do is we decided to plant some corn in half of this bed over there. Over about there, in that patch there. But these are my volunteer zinnias and marigolds that has come up in this bed, as well as here. These poppies are volunteers. I'm leaving it. So I just planted some sunflowers here and there on the corner to border this garden, this side of the garden. And then I did the same thing here. I planted some sunflowers, but we have a lot of birds coming at night and digging it up. You can actually see how they dig it up. I watch them as they dig it up. Yeah, you can see how they digging it up. But I planted sunflowers to create a corner here as well. And then this is my tomato garden. So here we have some scatoloni, and we have some sorts of tomatoes. This looks like a butternut volunteer. And here we have some, I think this is my black beauty. And there you can see the clusters and clusters of flowers coming out. These are the black prints. This is the pineapple beefsteak. I'm so excited to see the different varieties and taste it. This too needs to go. It needs to be staked. Here I have, oh my word, this can actually come off. It's because I haven't been in this garden. I didn't see this huge cucumber, but these are the sweet crunch cucumbers planted here. These are the Japanese long cucumbers. These ones here, they are called Japanese long, and we are training them up this. We are training them up this little trellis. We have our determinate varieties, which are the clear pink, which is these, and on that side it's the banana leeks. This is the Costoluto Genovese, that whole row down there. And this is my black icicle. And in here we have our tigerella. And I mean, I am seeing so much blossoms already. I just wanna... They are. You can see I have been keeping my hand on them, so it's not even necessary for me to come. I will just come and see if there's any growths coming out, and then I'll just pick them out as they come out. But I have done that in the week, so and then on this side, these are all blue beauties. These are some carrots, and they are just all on top of each other. So, and we harvest them as we need them. I think they need some water. It gets extremely hot here. That's copia over there. Some, and these are my Cherokee purples. These are the Cherokee purples all down here. Copia, the dark galaxy, and the Dagmas perfection down there. Going on to the other side, I've shown you these are people plants that we've overwintered. Well, we haven't overwintered, we just left them in the ground, and they're starting to set some new leaves. But these are the Armenian cucumbers. Last year none of mine survived. I had which Armenian I had, it wasn't the same variety, but I had Armenian cucumbers last year as well. Then these are the Boston pickling cucumbers on this side. These are the Boston pickling cucumbers, and I actually thought it was oh yes, I am seeing some cucumbers. I'm actually seeing cucumbers everywhere, but they're small besides the ones that I did show you. And then I've got some more Black Beauty, and I've got some Kellogg's Breakfast. Now this is my favorite spot to sit in the morning. I would sit here and I would have my cup of coffee next to me, and I would just look at this glorious garden and how it grows every single day. So these are the strawberry plants. We heavy harvest. In other words, we harvest lots of strawberries every day. So, and every day there's lots to harvest. We harvest in the afternoon because we find the strawberries are sweeter when we harvest in the afternoon. This is eggplant from last year, which we trimmed somewhat. Yeah, these are the onions, and I've got some more onions here. And then I obviously planted some new onions. So these onions are only now really. I've got some lettuce over there. And oh my word, another guava has fallen. We ate 2 in the week, one for me, one for my husband, and here's another one lying. Oh my word, this fell off this tree. We waited till it's ripe, and then it's so sweet. And this is a volunteer cherry tomato plant, and this lettuce has started to bolt. So what we do is we are taking them out as they bolt, but I am planting new lettuce in here. And then also I've got some zinnias coming up. Here's some more lettuce. These lettuces are, and here's also lettuce. And then I've planted some red lettuce and the butter lettuce here with some cosmos. So that's the speed. It looks so beautiful. And then we've got these garlic, ajaruja garlic, which is not ready. I'm taking it out at the end of November. Shame this avocado plant is really, this is the mango plant, is really struggling. We'll see what we can do about it. And in here we have, these are the And you can see these leaves are dying, but I don't want to take it out. I'll rather wait a little bit more. This is my Eastern porcelain. And then these are my elephant garlic, and they are starting to put up some scapes. Apparently you can cut off the scapes and you can eat it, put it in your food as well. This was just store-bought garlic that I popped in here, in there as well. That's my leeks, spinach, let's just show you, there's many things happening here, but I cannot show you everything. This is also an eggplant from last year, and it's starting to sit fruit again. But what I want to show you is I've got some new eggplants which I've put in here. So these new plants coming up, and on the other side as well. So these are all new eggplants. But my baby marrows, the zucchini, same thing, they are coming in. These are my tomatoes. I've got 3 of these. The mulberry tree, the black mulberry that I started from seed a 1.5 years ago, and that one as well. This is just coriander that's gone to seed, but look at this, I leave it because the bees love it. I've made a new bed just outside my kitchen there, and I've put seeds in there because I didn't have any more seedlings, so I just popped some seeds in there. This is the flower garden. Doesn't look like much, but I cannot wait for everything to start coming out. I've got some cosmos planted there. Okay, so this is my loquat tree. I've got some cosmos over there. I have some zinnias planted in here. I've got some marigolds, canna lilies, delphiniums, and then I've got a few carnations. I have got more carnations. I've got some cornflower. I planted some cornflowers in there. I've got a hydrangea in there. That hydrangea was in full sun over there. I moved it, so we'll see what it's going to do. I've got some rainbow spinach in here. I did plant a pepper plant over there, but anyway. So, and then the same thing happening on this side. I mean, here we have some foxgloves. And these are the rainbow spinach. You can see we have some yellows and some reds and some greens, and then that's my rosemary. So this is the dark apple basil. You see, because it's not mulched, the water splashes up. There's an orange tree over here. We're letting the blossoms go to fruit. I just hope it's not going to affect the growth. These are sunflowers that I'm using to create little pathways. This is a grapevine here, but those two, that's also a grapevine as well as that. The one is seedless, the one is, it's all different types, can't remember. I must go and look. And in these, I've got lots of beans planted. These are the sugar beans. This bed, we planted some tubers. And we planted about 30 gladiolas, and we planted some rain lilies as well. I see these are the only ones that's come up so far. And then I planted in this little circle there, I planted a strawberry blush lily. These are my dahlias that I started from seed. These are started from seed, so in this bed it's just dahlias. That is the wild banana. Coming on to this side, there's various things planted. These larkspur, which is similar to delphiniums. Some people say it is delphiniums, but there is a difference. This is also a orange tree. And these are also some carrots that I planted long ago. And there's carnations in here, which I can see. Yes, there's mostly carnations. So they're all tiny. These are the larkspurs. No, I lie. These ones are, what are those two ones that I love? Anyway, can't remember now. So many varieties of flowers that I planted, but I don't know what is going to come up and what is not. Even the. So this is also flower. Once they are up, it's going to be easier for me. But for now, suffice it to say that here's flowers. All these beds here are flowers. I planted wherever I thought there was nothing. I planted zinnias. Look at this potato plant coming up in the pathway. Look at here. This used to be a potato bed. Lemon tree. I think I'm actually sure that this is the lemon tree and that's the nachi. And these are just a lot of zinnias that have come up here, because I sprinkled seed all across this bed here. That's another pup of the banana tree, and those are called the dwarf bananas. And in this is my olive tree. And in here I planted various things. I'm not weeding here until my plants are bigger. I might just pull out some plants. But these are also, the one is the pink and the lilac cosmos. And then we have some, I know this looks like marigold. It's actually not. It's actually the orange cosmos. It's like a something fire flame or something. These are larkspurs that I planted here. And a variety of things. This might be poppies that we seeded here, and in here some zinnias here, and some cornflowers over here. This is statice, but these are statice that I started from seed. You can see them here. These ones. So these are some strawberry plants, fig tree, apple tree. Just various things. Because we don't really come to the side, it gives the snails a field day. Look at these blueberries. But for the first 2 to 3 years, they are still tiny. There's a fig tree at the bottom there. Apple tree that's starting to see fruit. Oh, of course, next to this one bed that I haven't done. I've planted some of these date palms that I started from seed. We've planted them out. What I've done here is I have planted sunflowers all around here, right around the back, right around this garden, to create a privacy wall, almost, one could say. And so these have all come up. You can see the lighter green. So from here, this is what it looks like. Today is the 29th of October. I always say the date because I was looking for a video of about the same time last year, and I eventually found one done on the 12th of November. And I said to my husband, no, we're okay. Our things were smaller. The garden looked a lot emptier, and so this year I think we are doing okay. What I wanted to show you was we have just decided to, because we walk in and out and there's lots of sand and soil that we tramp into the house, we have these carpets, these grass carpets that we've just put here, and so that the garden starts flowing into one. Like I said, various seeds were planted in here. So this is the entrance to the greenhouse. I did not include the greenhouse on the on this video. I'm just going to insert a small portion of it because I want to show you my peach tree that had 13 or 14 peaches on it last year. It's called the Carcamas peach. It's the yellow peach, and I think we've got about 100 peaches on it this year. This is also the grenadilla vine, which I saw they have now 2 little blossoms, and they have the most beautiful blooms. So we had plenty of grenadillas coming off here last year, so I'm hoping to have the same this year. I'm gonna show you inside the garden, just the peach tree. The reason I'm not showing you my pepper plants is because I'm really struggling to get those pepper plants to grow this year. They are starting to grow, but they're like so small. Hopefully fortunately for us, we have many other pepper plants that we left in the ground from last year, so we are getting lots of chilies and we are getting some peppers. I can show you, yeah, we are getting lots of chilies and peppers, but the ones that I've started, I don't know, I'm just struggling with it this year. But I'm going to show you the peach tree quickly. Guys, this is my peach tree. Now look at this. Look at this. I asked Haki yesterday, did he try and count these peaches? He says he tried to start. I also tried to start, but I think I stopped by about 50. Literally, I stopped by about 50. You know, when you're new farmers like us, or new homesteaders, everything is a big deal to us. I mean, they just everywhere, and there's even still blooms on here. And they're not just sitting here, they're also sitting on all these. What I have done, I don't know if you can see, I have opened up this tree. So I pruned it so that it was open in the center. Otherwise, you would have had branches. Now I can't actually see, but you would have had branches coming up here and everywhere. And this thing is buzzing with bees. And they're all around my head. But how beautiful is this? This is my Eureka lemon. It had these little leaf miners like this. But what I do is I take these leaves off. I just take these leaves off that have the leaf miner, and try and start, if you do have one, try and start taking it off when immediately when you see them. Otherwise the whole tree will become sick. And then this is the fig tree that came from my son's garden. So I'm not going to show you my small little plants, pepper plants, or maybe I'll just show it for my own benefit. But this is how small my little pepper plants are. This is how tiny they are. Oh, man, they are just so tiny. I'm struggling with them. And I've got such nice varieties, which I have actually written down. I see Zach's taken out my tags. He does that, but that is why I come with a little floor plan, and these are last year's pepper plants, and they're looking great. So I'm not that concerned because I'm giving Anna, this is my only sugar rush peach. Look at this, it's hardly growing. But I'm patient. I'm gonna let it take its time, and I'm gonna let it grow. So, because I'm getting chilies and I'm getting peppers all the time. I haven't stopped. See here, I haven't stopped getting peppers and chilies. The garden really hasn't stopped producing peppers and chilies. So I've got time to let that grow to size. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you would like to follow our journey. From me, Haria at South African Homesteader. Until next time.